punchline. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now. Yo, I'm two up. Round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up, brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now.
Money back, money back, money back. Make it like a money back, money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I said, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? When I look at my snap, I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Heavy lay, waist snatch, back straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I said, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace drive.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield now on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. First down, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gone! Here we go.
On second down, Mayfield again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Play action here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And they'll go on the ground. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit and put some points on the board on this one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
2nd down, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 38 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Let's go.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Set! 319! 319!
Mayfield to throw it this time. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go with the keeper. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone! Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Now. Check. Patriot.
A run for Nick Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Flex round! Flex round!
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Here's Dobbs to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll run it here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gone! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
From the gun, Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post, that's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Dobbs now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the Browns getting set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Flex round! Flex round! 4 down, 4 down. Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Now let's get second.
Now Dobbs. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Dobbs to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run with Chubb, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They get it to him running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Set! Green, 39! Green!
On the ground, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.